Everybody, and welcome back to Sports Central. If you're just joining us, I'm Mark Jackson, my co-host, Mr. Neal Duncan. And Neal, we have another special guest and sort of some information about our
Yeah, well, before we go to
sponsor.
that, I want to thank Legoland, Florida for sponsoring the second segment, but the Fall Football Festival presented by Publix was a great event out there at Lake Myrtle, and as you said, around 50 teams, and for a first-year event like that, in a recreational tournament, it wasn't competitive, it was recreational, so great support locally and some teams from out of the area, but look for bigger and better things from that event, but again, you can't do it without corporate partnerships, and I want to thank Publix Supermarkets for that.
They do a great job. Well, Legoland's another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be talking about another expansion here fairly soon. So we're looking forward to some information coming out of Legoland, and I think it'll be fantastic.
Everything
That's
they've
all
done
I can
so far,
say.
yeah, everything they've done so
All I
far
can
is
say.
fantastic, and a great family environment. But we have another event coming up that's a great family environment.
We're all about competitions. It doesn't necessarily have to be jocks and socks or balls on the court or the field or whatever it may be, everyone, but we love competitions. And yes, Gingerbread house competitions. This is pretty cool stuff. Got to do it, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's fierce. I'm not sure on the endurance side that it's, although you have to mix a lot of stuff, and so you get some deltoid action.
I'm going to stop you before you get yourself in trouble. But Suzanne Lindsey is here with us and to talk about this event in Winter Haven, and we're very excited about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Excited to be
Suzanne,
here.
you're a volunteer with the Women's Resource Center, which is one of the beneficiaries, but also the ones putting on this event.
Correct.
Taking place in Winter Haven. And the Home Sweet Home Gingerbread House Contest. I had to look at my cheat sheet for a second just to make sure that I got it all
That's
in
a lot,
there
I know.
and got it right. But it's a competition at the center, which is just north of downtown, correct?
Well, actually, the location that the contest takes place is the Women's Club in Winter Haven, which is on Lake Howard. It's a beautiful pink building, old.
That's right, okay.
But our women's, because it has the Women's Club and we're the Women's Resource Center. And so we have offices in Winter Haven and Lakeland and serve all of Central Florida. So.
Well, before we get into the competition itself, tell us about the Women's Resource Center, because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and you know.
Oh, great. Well, we've been in existence since 1984. We were started by the Junior Service League of Winter Haven as one of their service projects, then became self-sufficient, and our main purpose is to help families and women get back on their feet. Many of our clients are in crisis mode. No electricity, no water, evicted from homes, domestic violence, things like that. So the staff at the Women's Resource Center are very equipped and able to take care of those issues and things like that.
Well, let's get a website from you first before we
sure.
go too far.
Okay, it's wrcfl.org.
wrcfl.org.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Just wanted to get that out
Thank
there.
you.
We'll give it to you a little bit later, everybody, but go ahead, Neal.
Well, I was just going to say the Independence Program. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know that's really a staple
Right.
of what you guys do there.
That is our main focus that we do, because it's a very there's not a lot of these programs offered in this area, where we have it's a 9 to 12 month program where women and some men commit to attending weekly workshops and weekly counseling. The workshops consist of financial fitness, employability skills, how to do resumes, how to improve your credit, how to help them start a savings account to work towards, and get them back on their feet. Attend school. It's endless, and the community is wonderful in helping with these workshops, and the experts from all over come and help them with that.
Financial fitness. That's fantastic.
Yes.
It's one of the things I think that, and I'm not referring to any specific district or any of this type of stuff, but I think our secondary education is letting and even elementary education is letting the students down, male and female. Financial fitness is critically important in this economy, and obviously as we move forward in the world of technology. But it's amazing how many people can't even balance their own checkbook, and little tips and this, that, and the other. So I applaud your efforts.
Great.
I think it's fantastic because you understand finance, and life's a lot more
It
pleasant.
is, and right.
Well,
You're
speaking of pleasant, I know Neal's got 100,000 questions, but I'm gonna lead off this one here, the Gingerbread House competition. Okay, that's why we're here. Tell us about that. What is going on? That is so cool.
It really is. Thank you. This is our third year. Actually, we started, the first year was very small, second year a little bit bigger, so this year we're even bigger. We are expecting over 120 houses to be entered into the contest.
Wow.
And so we have a professional category and amateur category with families and all different age groups. In the professional category, last year we had 10 houses. Alessi's Bakery out of Tampa was the big winner with a big, huge, beautiful house, and so we're planning to have a nice showing from the professional side too that do it, like you said, it's extreme gingerbreading. It really is. It takes a lot of patience and time to create these beautiful masterpieces. And so it's the first 2 weekends in December, and it's free to come and look at the houses that are on display. And then we have several other events too, kind of within the event.
Like you can eat them?
Well, you could. They're all. Everything has to be edible, but you may not want to do that.
They
so,
might frown
yeah.
upon that, Mark. Maybe
Well,
he
yes.
can have the scraps
We'll have to have
after
security.
it's over.
Yes, we'll have to have some volunteer security on staff. So.
Well, I'm all about the snacks, you know.
I know it's tempting.
Well, obviously, this event has two primary purposes. One is awareness of the programs you guys offer there, and then the other one would be raising funds for those programs. Tell us a little bit how the event makes money for that, and I know there's a great event on the 6th.
Yes, our kickoff event is the Jazzy Gingerbread Gala, and so that's a $75 ticket to attend. It's a black tie optional event, and it's there at the Women's Club, and it's going to be beautiful. And so we'll have a jazz band and gingerbread martinis and wonderful hors d'oeuvres, and so it's going to be a great event, and we encourage everybody to attend.
There they
can.
have snacks.
Yes, good snacks, snacks. So.
He can be distracted with food, is what he's trying to tell you.
Yes, it's lunchtime.
And then on Saturday, the December 7th, Breakfast with Santa.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have Breakfast with Santa, thanks to McDonald's, who is sponsoring that. And so the kids come get breakfast, and they get their picture taken with Santa. We have Santa there and elves, and so that's a wonderful, wonderful thing too. So.
Wow. It has elves too?
Yes, Santa with his elves.
Wow.
And then and later on the day, it's Candyland is where
I saw that, 4 o'clock.
Yes, you can decorate. Kids and kids at heart can come and decorate their own houses and gingerbread houses, and there you can leave with your own house and eat it and take it home.
And you said you're looking for about 120 houses this year, and in the past it's been around 90. Is that correct?
Right. Last year we had 90 houses.
You guys also serve the Lakeland area. Is that correct?
We do actually serve Polk Highland and Hardy.
Oh, okay, so
and
the
actually,
whole area,
we've had and Osceola too, out in the Poinciana area. We don't turn anybody away, but that seems to be our spread right now.
Where you
That's
guys
like
cover.
35% increase.
Really and truly, yes.
I mean,
yes.
is it, you know, a lot of us watch the Food Network, Food Channel, and there's also, you know, Cupcake Wars, and they have this and they have that and all sorts of stuff, but I've never heard of a gingerbread house competition. When they do this, are there certain restrictions on what the ingredients are and how you can hold it together? I mean, you can't use bolts or, you know.
Everything has to be edible. Yes, that's a very good question. Everything, all the gingerbread itself, all the icing, everything has to be edible. And the royal icing that you can make, it's really, really substantial, so it holds everything together very well.
Okay.
And all the candy and decorations, only thing that they can use lights. And that's the only thing that you can put in there that's not edible.
And this really is an art, because I know a couple of years with my son, I bought the packet or whatever and
Yes.
sat down. It's not easy.
It's not.
And what you start out thinking you're going to create doesn't necessarily end up looking that way. So how much time does it take for them to create these gingerbread houses?
Well, people have actually started for this year's contest. Some of the professionals started back in January. And so making the gingerbread and designing what they want to do.
Really?
And so yes. And so they got some wonderful creations and things that they are, Public Supermarket Charities is one of our very big sponsors, and obviously they're just so wonderful everywhere. And so some of their bakeries are entering this year, and so we're very excited to see what they
really?
have. Winter Haven Hospital has a wonderful culinary in their cafeteria. They have a person who entered one last year, and she's doing another one this year. And so.
That's some of the best hospital food in town.
They really, yeah,
Every once
I
in a while,
agree.
I'll stop in there just for lunch.
A great little plug for Winter
Yeah,
Haven
I was
Hospital.
gonna say,
Yes,
but,
absolutely.
well, the biggest problem Neil has
The
biggest problem Neil has with it eats all the dough before it gets made it into cookies and stuff.
Wow.
But that's some awesome stuff. The judging itself.
Yes.
Okay. Now the judges have a lot to look to and for out on the tables, I guess. What kind of criteria do they go by? You know, it's just like you can't eat it. They can't eat it, but you know, it's structural. It's
Right. We do
I
have.
don't know. What do they do? What do they look
Right,
for?
we have it in categories. We have like an elementary, a middle school, a high school category. So each are judged within their own category. And then we have like a team. So we have teams that are in their categories. We have a Girl Scout troop, several Girl Scout troops that have entered. So within those categories, they can receive a first, second, or third place ribbon. And then also we'll have like the most homey and the most unique and the most unusual. So we do have a wonderful panel of judges this year. We're so excited about them. And so they'll judge on Friday morning at 9 o'clock before the event starts. So they come in, they have sheets, they have clipboards. It's very serious. It's so cool because they're really into it. And they take their time and look at everything, and they say it's so hard because all the houses are wonderful.
You've actually reminded me, I used to work for the Bartow Chamber. We used to do an event at the historic courthouse here in Bartow, the Parade of Trees. And one year, one of the companies decorated the entire tree with gingerbread.
Oh.
It was so beautiful. And I was manning it one day and went over there, and there was 2 little girls over there eating the decorations off of the tree. So I seriously need to watch this one.
Right. That's funny.
Again, how do people get tickets? What are the hours? And one more time, where the location is.
Okay, the location will be at the Women's Club in Winter Haven. It's on Pope Avenue and right on Lake Howard. And it's the first 2 weekends of December. And from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday, and 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock on Sunday are the hours. And then our special events, and also Teddy Bear Tea was another event too we're having too, and Santa flying in on a kite across Lake Howard is also happening.
Mark Voisar doing that?
Yes, but it's Santa Claus.
Oh, it's Santa Claus. I didn't hear the Santa Claus part.
Yes, it was Santa Claus will be, yes.
I'm going to turn up my hearing aids here.
No,
I'm not
but
catching
yes,
up.
Mark Voisard will be one of Santa's helpers dressed as Santa Claus coming across Lake Howard on his kite.
He'd be a good elf.
Yes,
but,
he's wonderful.
Anyway, one more plug. Women's Resource Center of Central Florida. But if you need more information, go to WRCFL.org, and what a fantastic organization. You know anybody that is a female that is struggling financially or in other ways, make sure you check that out and seek out their help. So, wow. Suzanne, thank you so much. You're a volunteer, and of course that's one thing we talk about a lot, at least in our office, is that time is something you never get back. So you're donating something that you can't make more of. And so thank you to you and your team, and look forward to a great competition. One more time, the dates.
The first 2 weekends of December.
Okay.
So that's the 7th and 8th and 14th and 15th of December.
Fantastic. Women's Resource Center.